Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I am Abdullah Yusufzai, Master Professor. In Pakistan, every past government claimed that it had brought Pakistan to a stable economic position and criticized the running government that it tries to destabilize it back. Do you agree with them?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In Pakistan, I think all elected government till recent have not done something much for the betterment of this country.
Yes.
Though they have initiated myriad mega projects and have mapped a beautiful infrastructure here, and to the major part of the country, they have spreaded the mesh of well facilitated middle and strappy roads like motorways. Yet they are responsible for ruining this country.
Yes.
Because they have succumbed Pakistan under the burden of heavy foreign debts bearing high interest rates. Then they invested these debts bearing interest in roads and other such projects which gave no earning. They gave a tremendous amount of these debts bearing interest and subsidies to various victual items like flour, legume and ghee to maintain the rates of these things of common use to a lower level only to make us foolish by the cheaper rates and to get heavy mandate again in the next election. Now think we'll pay the debts bearing interest. Come on. And how many times? Some 50 times at least. You will have to pay up the debts bearing interest some 50 times. It means once you paid up the original amount of the taken debt, now the interest will have reached to the amount of the debts. Again and again this debt is renewed by the interest and this process goes on for a year. Interest paralyzes some 50 generations of a nation, and after pay up the debts bearing interest totally, the nation will cripple for the next 20 or more. Interest delay the expected development of a country for the centuries to come as the nation lose more than 70% resources apart to pay up the debts bearing interest.
Yes.
You cannot make a tiny surplus from the mega projects if the debts bearing interest is being invested in this country. Now think yourself that the governments which claim that it made Pakistan like a paradise on earth. Is it not similar with the case? I went to Jordan and got from there a debt with 5% interest on your behalf, which you will have to pay up later. Then I spent this debt in building a beautiful palace and a wonderful castle for you.
Yeah.
Will you be thankful to me that I had made something good to you? Or your neighbor appreciate me that I had made this thing good to you? I'm asking, will the creditor let you to spend a night in that palace? Quite similar to the example that I stated, the government initiate projects which seem steps toward development basically, but in real sense, these are the real sources of calamity to this country. And that's why, despite our prolific natural resources, we are lagging behind in the race of development and progress. And briefly, I can say that these governments have pushed us in the subjugation of IMF and World Bank,
Yeah.
and itself has lived a luxurious and comfortable life and had made us foolish by these titular and hollow project of development.